Their relationship with studios and Hollywood people, damaged. Their relationship with fans, damaged. It's just crazy. Like, they just don't have the brand strength. Put a 1 into the chat if you think Spider-Man 3 will win 2021. It will be the biggest thing. It will steal all the hype. It'll be the craziest thing. Put a 1 into the chat. Let's see them. Let's see them ones. The reason this will be the biggest thing ever is, of course, bringing back Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, having that set up. Now, here's the thing. The film itself, from everything we've heard from the rumors, is beyond ambitious. This is beyond ambitious. This is redonkulous.
That was legitness. Yeah.
As they will be bringing in multiple Spider-Men who are all Peter Parker from different realities. And within those different realities, they look like different people.
All vehicles in the area, we have a disturbance involving multiple spider people.
We've also heard about all the villains coming back. I mean, at this point, name me a villain that isn't going to be in Spider-Man 3. That's probably easier. What the Spider-Verse tease in Spider-Man 3 really is, and again, we've talked about this before, but what it really is setting up Spider-Verse over in Sony, and also perhaps, if we are the luckiest nerds within our own multiverse, they will also be doing behind-the-scenes work to allow the Sony Spider-Verse to intersect with Marvel's Secret Wars. So, kind of hard for me not to say that Spider-Man 3 will be the best. Now, let's go all the way to the beginning of the year. I want to totally flip it. I want to talk about the Snyderverse. In fact, for a second, if I may, I'd like to talk about the massive drop that Wonder Woman 1984 had in the box office. I'm going to say something kind of radical. Well, maybe it's not radical. I don't know anymore. I think Wonder Woman 84 is a disaster, but I think it would have been even more of a disaster in a non-pandy world, believe it or not. Yeah. Because I think the movie is legit not that good. I think there's legit not that much interest in it. And I also think that, sure, there's a lot of, obviously, the stuff going on with the pandy that is impacting box office, but the switch to digital and like consumer behavior was already changing quite a bit. I think both Wonder Woman and Black Widow, interestingly enough, are kind of lame duck films. And this is why I said, like, way early in that horrible year that was last year, that neither one of those movies were going to be profitable. Now, you could imagine Black Widow still has a chance to be profitable. I just don't see it. It's so weird to me because Warner Brothers forced that, trying to be the studio that saved the theatrical experience. They may well have become the studio that put one of the final nails in the coffin of not the theatrical experience, but the industry created around it. DC finds themselves, and Warner Media, but I don't really care about Warner Media, but they're connected to DC, so we'll talk about it. They are in a weird spot. They are in a precarious situation going into 2021. Their relationship with studios and Hollywood people, damaged. Their relationship with fans, damaged. It's just crazy. Like, they just don't have the brand strength. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, dude, going forward, like, Marvel is going to be super hard to beat. Star Wars is going to be super hard to beat. DC, however, is just in a bad spot. All right, let's talk Star Wars. Everybody wants to talk Star Wars. Let's get into Star Wars. So, DC, we love you. You probably don't have a chance in hell. We're rooting for you. We'll see what happens, okay? Star Wars. The thing about Star Wars is, I think we got some High Republic stuff coming, right? Visions, possibly, which, oh man, Visions to me, really cool. Wish we knew more about it. We've got Bad Batch. Don't sleep on the Bad Batch. That's going to be dope. But then, very likely, ladies and gentlemen, we are only going to have Book of Boba. Now, I think in 2022, we will get Ahsoka, Rangers, and Mando 3. Now, it's Star Wars, so they'll do massive numbers. Like, it'll do massive numbers. We'll talk about it here. We will have a lot of fun this year. And Star Wars news will be massive this year because they're planning and doing things. Like, remember how last year we had all the news about Mandalorian and the Ahsoka show and all the other stuff that we talked about. We will have another big round of news like that as we head towards Celebration in 2022. So now let's talk Marvel so that Godfather can stop breathing so heavily. Dude, let me tell you about the Eternals. I want to give you my opinion on the Eternals and Chloe. And the thing is, I'm going to be really frank, and it's going to offend some people, but I just have to speak honestly about how I feel. The Mandalorian Season 2 has a lot of female empowerment in it. It's just not done flagrantly with zero substance and zero artistic integrity. It's actually done well. And so therefore, if you're into that sort of thing, you cheer and we don't boo. If you aren't into that sort of thing, you're like, but it's still dope. That's kind of nice, right? So if I was a producer and I was living in this 2021 culture and I knew that getting a female director was a big deal, okay? Just people, there are certain people, and there are, arguably a large amount of people to which that means a great deal. If I'm a producer in a spot like that, where I need a female director, I'm looking for the coolest female director there is. Because I don't want a female director that just is a female director. I also want an incredible talent with incredible sensibilities, someone that's pure nerd AF, someone that I can trust, someone that loves the craft, someone that loves the characters, someone that's inspirational. I want an amazing director, an amazing person that just happens to be female so that I can satisfy some other people, okay? Chloe is that lady. If you start to look at what's going on in that film, I just think we're in for something really special with that movie. I think we are in for something really, really special. And I believe Feige was like, okay, here's your movie. I need to insert this, that, second, and the third to make A, B, C, and D connect. And she was likely like, that's totally fine. Like, you seem really cool. Let's play together. You can bring some of your toys. I'll bring some of my toys, and let's play together. And yeah, so I'm really excited for Eternals. Like, really excited. Let's get into Q&A. Big Stevie says it made over 100 million so far. Unless we know how many subs Wonder Woman 84 picked up for Max and how many viewed it, we can't really call it a failure or success. Its perception has thrown everything up in the air. Well, okay, so I agree and I disagree. So success look, it's all weird how you want to determine it, but here's the thing. Here's my point, Steve. We are currently living in a system in which there are a bunch of institutional mechanisms or apparatus that are used to determine the success or the quality of a thing. Because the world hasn't necessarily caught up to the reality of the situation, we're still judging Wonder Woman 84 as though it were swimming in the old pool. Mason Graves with the $2 holla says 2021 is year of Marvel, 2022 is year of Star Wars. I can get behind that, actually. That makes sense to me. Lord Vito with the $5 holla says, shout out to my man Al Schuler. I know you're going to get better. You're a strong mofo. Nerd Vengers represent. Yes, if you didn't know, Al had to miss a couple of streams last week, and he does have some health medical things going on, and it would be great if you sent some love, some positivity and energy. If you want to put some nerdy heart emojis into the chat, may seem silly, but it actually does save lives. So throw it into the chat. Give some love to Al. CGM shout. Hulu's MODOK show is coming this year. It looks good. That's cool, man. I'm glad that you think it looks cool. I think I saw some of it online. I did not think it looked cool. But look, if there's a ton of people that like it, or even just a few, that's dope, dude. Have fun with that. Peasy says, Joe Keery, Steve from Stranger Things, would have been a better Han Solo. Ooh, that's great. Yeah. He's good, dude. I like that guy. Okay, guys, we're going to call it there. And as I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video.